Hello, divine beings. Welcome to Monday and Tuesday's AstroTarot 8/6 through 8/7 of 2024. So let's get into it. Yes, my voice is still a little, getting over this virus, but thank you guys for your well wishes and sending all the prayers and good vibes to me. And I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Path to healing. So what's going to support that is the Virgo moon for the next couple days. But first, we begin Monday with the moon in Leo. And this moon in Leo at the beginning of the day on Monday is going to square Uranus. So a lot of us might feel a little bit kind of like out of sorts. We also might feel like things are emotionally topsy-turvy, and we could be having like a little bit of a crisis of friendship or a crisis of relationship, or just a crisis of how we're viewing the world in general. So just really try to ground your energy Monday morning. It is a moon day, so do some meditation, do some grounding work, get outside, go for a walk, listen to some good, megahertz music. Do what you need to do to get in touch with your own personal energy, because right now with these other aspects I'm going to talk about, they can be ripe for infiltration. So let's talk about that. As the moon moves into Virgo later in the day and Monday, we have moon conjunction Mercury retrograde and moon conjunction Venus. So this is going to make us feel like we have to go more within, okay, and really start loving ourselves and doing a lot of healing work on ourselves. So what I always talk about with Virgo and Scorpio energy, even though there's no Scorpio energy in the forecast right now, it's all about personal reflection and shadow work. And really on Monday, we have to take stock of our I guess what we're doing. Like, what is your responsibility and where you are right now? And how could you pour love and grace into your heart from the divine if you need to kind of, take a little turn, so to speak, or apologize, or, just not do the same thing that you're doing, okay? So there has to be a lot of personal forgiveness that goes on Monday. As we move into Tuesday with this Virgo moon, it will square Mars, okay? So Mars in Gemini right now, it can make people feel with these two mutables a little like irritated, quick to say things that they normally wouldn't say. And as later this week, or in a couple weeks, I should say, week and a half or 2 weeks from now, when Venus and Mars make a closer square, then you'll see a lot of that too. But we're gonna have a lot of mutable squares this month. So we have to be very much aware of our temper and how things, like, I just heard one of my guys say is temper and temporary. A lot of times when you lose your temper, when you have this big blowout, you don't realize how temporary that moment is. And we have to be very conscious about that, about what the fallout of losing our tempers and having meltdowns could be, especially emotional meltdowns. We have to ask ourselves, what need is not being met, or what assumption are we making, right? Like, that's one of the laws, the 4 laws, right? I can never remember that book, but Gabriel Ruiz, right? He talks about, assuming, don't assume anything and don't take things personally. So for the rest of the day on Tuesday, and then going into Wednesday, Juno, the asteroid of soul contracts and marriage, is going to oppose Neptune. So if you haven't noticed already, you can see that a lot of people might have been like in a false twin flame, or maybe like in any kind of false commitment with somebody. It is lifting off the illusion of that commitment, that friendship, that companionship, whatever that was. It is lifting off the illusion. So I feel like with this moon square Mars on Tuesday, it could, people could start accusing people of things that might not even be true. But in the background of all of that on Tuesday, what I really like is that the sun in Leo is making a really nice sextile with Jupiter in Gemini, which is going to help us be in our creative, okay? It's gonna make that exact sextile. So it's gonna help us be creative, help us be inspired, and help us be more positive as we start disconnecting from some of these, I would say, old karmic connections, okay? So what are the cards of Monday and Tuesday? I actually looked at the back of the deck energy. Something told me to look at the back of the deck energy. So I usually don't do that for these AstroTarot forecasts, but I did it for this one. So the front of the deck was 9 of Wands. So this is about privacy, making sure that you are almost like defending your turf, right? That you are not allowing certain energies in. And like I said, we really have to do a lot of energy protection on ourselves right now, especially with Juno opposite Neptune. Well, what's at the back of the deck? It's King of Cups. So I feel like we really need to guard our emotions at this time. We really need to be with this Virgo moon more in solitude about how we're feeling and do reflection work on that so that we can become more emotionally balanced and not just share with the world how we're feeling. If there's a certain degree of vulnerability which is appropriate and a certain degree of vulnerability which is energetic projection, not protection, which can be very unhealthy for both receivers. So for the Oracle card, Thinker came out. And Thinker is 44, it's saying we really need to become balanced in our thoughts. We need to become more rational and start questioning everything with this Virgo moon energy, especially with the conjunction to Mercury retrograde and Venus. What is healthy for us to take in and what is not so healthy anymore. Anyways, guys, I hope that helps brighten your day and helps give you guidance for your day so you can make it the best Monday and Tuesday for yourself. And once again, the only way to book a reading with me is sarahashleyAstrology.com. I hope you guys come to the class with Allison and I, and that is on Tuesday night, American or North American time, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern. And for Australian time, I believe that's at Wednesday morning at 11 a.m. So go ahead and go to my website and our courses and join us. I hope everybody has a fantastic couple days. See you back here on Wednesday. Love and light. Bye-bye.